Title: Surprised my cheating wife with divorce papers at her secret hotel getaway affair. Chapter 1. Discovery. Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well. This is a pretty long and messed up story, so I apologize for any errors as I'm writing on my phone. I've reached the end of my rope and have no idea how to navigate this mess. A bit of background: I'm 43, and my wife, Sarah, 40, have been married for 16 years. We have 2 kids, a 14-year-old daughter and a 9-year-old son. Our marriage was rocky in the beginning, but we made it through those tough years and came out stronger, or so I thought. We married young, so maturity wasn't all there yet, but we believed in our love and thought we could conquer any obstacle. Our jobs paid well, and we had a pretty good lifestyle. Despite our busy schedules, we always made time for our kids and created great memories. Honestly, I considered myself a good dad and husband. I messed up sometimes, but I did everything I could for Sarah. The past 2 years have been the hardest. Sarah seemed distant, disinterested in anything I did. She kept comparing me to her boss. Yes, I know now. She'd say things like, "My boss would handle this better," or "My boss knows how to make his wife feel special." When I asked what she wanted, she'd snap, "You should already know." I tried everything, books, research, you name it, but nothing seemed to make her happy. Little did I know that it wasn't me who needed to do the fixing. Chapter 2. Suspicion. We were close to her boss and his wife. Our families did barbecues, park outings, and game days together. Their kids loved ours. Her boss seemed like a swell guy, and I confided in him about our marital problems. He gave me advice, and I trusted him. But one night, I noticed Sarah laughing and giggling while texting someone. When I leaned over to see, she pulled away and got furious. She stormed off to the bathroom, and I knew something was up. The next day, I confronted her, but she denied everything. She grudgingly gave me her phone, but most of the texts were deleted. Conversations seemed inconsistent. I knew something was wrong but didn't have proof. A month later, I got a buddy to check the phone and recover deleted texts. Sarah had a new phone and hardly used the old one. We found enough to confirm an affair with her boss. I didn't confront her immediately. I was a wreck, thinking about how this would affect our kids. I even cried in front of my buddy. I didn't want to give up on the marriage, so I bought How to Help Your Spouse Heal from an Affair and planned to talk to Sarah on Saturday. She told me she had an emergency at work and wouldn't be home until late. I called her workplace. They weren't open on Saturdays. She came home at 2 a.m. on Sunday, showered, and went to bed. Chapter 3. Gathering evidence. I contacted her boss's wife, hoping she might know something. She was just as shocked as I was. We decided to gather more evidence. It was easy for her husband hadn't even bothered to delete texts. We pieced together the affair. It had been going on for 2 years. They'd been together everywhere: her house, my house, expensive hotels, business trips. It was sickening. We decided to serve them divorce papers at their next rendezvous. We knew they'd booked a hotel for a weekend getaway. I went there with a sheriff, waiting in the lobby. When Sarah came down, she was dressed in a bathrobe. She panicked when she saw me. The sheriff served her the papers. Her face was a mix of shock and confusion. Chapter 4. The confrontation. Sarah grabbed my arm, demanding to know what was going on. I told her I knew about the affair and was leaving her. She started screaming, pulling my arm, saying I had the wrong idea. The sheriff had to intervene. Sarah tried to explain, saying it was just a fling, but I was done. I walked away, leaving her there. Her boss got served at home. They were blindsided, just like they had blindsided us. My divorce is set to be finalized in a few months. Sarah and her boss are fighting the divorces, saying they never intended to leave their spouses. It was just sex, they said. They fucked up and want a chance to make it right. Chapter 5. The aftermath. I asked Sarah what she thought would happen. She said she acted out of character and didn't recognize herself anymore. She's going to therapy and reading the book I bought. She says she's remorseful and will do anything to fix things, but I told her she's just sorry she got caught. People around me, including my mom, say I'm being cruel for not giving Sarah another chance. They say people make mistakes, and Sarah realizes she loves me now. My kids know what's going on, and while they'd prefer we stay together, they support me. My resolve is slipping, especially since we still live in the same house. Sarah keeps trying to engage with me about her affair, but I see it as excuses. She wants me to do therapy with her, but I'm wary of therapists blaming the victim. She wants to be intimate again, saying it's not manipulation but just wanting to show me love. I told her she's not going to manipulate me with sex. Chapter 6. Co-parenting. Despite everything, we've agreed to be civil for the kids' sake. We're spending the holidays together as a family, the last holiday we'll spend together. Our divorce will be final in February. We've split everything evenly, though Sarah has been generous. She says I've been a great husband and father and deserves a fair settlement. I stopped going to therapy with her because it gave her false hope. She frequently tries to initiate sex, which she never did before. It's upsetting, but I understand she's trying to address my feelings of emasculation. I've cut off contact with her boss's wife for now because things were getting too personal. She confessed she wants to explore a relationship after my divorce, but I'm undecided. Chapter 7. The kids. My son loves her, But my daughter needs more time to adjust. She says she supports my relationship with her but wants to see me happy. I've told her she can always express her feelings. Everyone's in therapy, including her boss. The fallout has strained Sarah's relationship with our daughter. She's rebellious, curses at her, and brushes off her attempts at affection. Sarah wants my help re-establishing a relationship with our daughter, but I don't know how to navigate that. I worry that my decisions might have screwed up my kids' lives. My daughter is in therapy, but I'm unsure how effective it is. I feel like she might be hiding her emotions about everything. Chapter 8, Moving On. I'm trying to move on, but it's difficult. I see my therapist regularly, and I'm still dating her boss's wife. We've supported each other through this mess, and our relationship is growing stronger. We keep things private and involve the kids as little as possible. My kids are adjusting, and they're getting along well with her kids. Sarah is still trying to win me back, but I'm not interested. She's going to therapy and working hard on herself, but I've made peace with the past. Her boss is a lost cause, living with his girlfriend, whom his kids despise. Chapter 9, Reflection. I've realized I can do better than Sarah. I deserve someone who respects and values me. Sarah's efforts now feel too little, too late. She wants to be the ideal woman now, but it seems fleeting. I won't accept disrespect anymore. I see her remorse, but it's not enough to erase the pain she caused. My mom and I have made up, and she's furious with Sarah. Sarah's burning desire to be intimate with me feels manipulative. I miss the closeness, but I know it's a trap. I'm focused on moving on and finding happiness for myself and my kids. Chapter 10, Conclusion. I'm moving forward with the divorce, and I'm looking forward to starting a new chapter in my life. I've realized that I deserve better, and I'm not going to settle for anything less. I'll enjoy the holidays with my family and then move on from Sarah for good. I hope my story helps others in similar situations. Remember to respect yourself, communicate openly, and never settle for less than you deserve. Thanks for reading, and I wish you all happiness and peace. Update: officially divorced. It's been a long time coming, but my ex and I are officially divorced. It happened 3 weeks ago. I grieved like I lost a loved one, and it hit me hard. Everything is organized for Sarah, partly for the kids' sake. She moved out and is in an apartment now. She's still going to therapy and trying to improve herself. I recently went out to dinner with her boss's wife. Things got flirty, and we ended the night passionately. It was mind-blowing, and it helped with my self-esteem. I feel desired and alive again. We're taking things slow and focusing on our own healing, but I think there's potential for something real between us. For now, we're enjoying each other's company and taking it one day at a time. Chapter 11, The Aftermath and Co-Parenting Challenges. Post-divorce life is complicated but manageable. Sarah's still trying to come to terms with our separation. She's focused on mending her relationship with our daughter, but it's a slow process. My daughter's feelings are raw, and she's not ready to forgive her mother. Therapy helps, but the wounds are deep. Sarah moved into an apartment nearby to stay close to the kids. We agreed it was best for co-parenting, but it's awkward. She drops by to pick up the kids and tries to initiate conversations about our past. I keep things civil for the kids' sake but maintain my distance. The kids are adjusting well. My son is more adaptable and seems to enjoy his time with both parents. My daughter is more reserved, but we've had some heart-to-heart talks. She's expressed her anger and confusion about the divorce. I reassure her that none of this is her fault and that both her parents love her deeply. Chapter 12, Navigating New Relationships. Dating her boss's wife, whom I'll call Emily, has been a refreshing change. Emily's different from Sarah in every way. She's understanding, supportive, and patient. Our relationship started as mutual support during a difficult time, but it's grown into something more. Emily and I have been discreet about our relationship. We don't want to overwhelm the kids, but they're aware we're dating. My son loves spending time with Emily and her kids. They've formed a strong bond, and it's heartwarming to see them all playing together. Emily's daughters have also warmed up to me. Her youngest even calls me her stepdad at times. It caught me off guard but also filled me with a sense of responsibility and pride. We're taking things slow, but I can see a future with Emily. Sarah, on the other hand, is struggling with the idea of me moving on. She's been trying to win me back, but I've made it clear that our relationship is over. It's hard for her to accept, and she's been seeking more therapy to deal with her emotions. Chapter 13, The Complicated Dynamics. Balancing co-parenting with Sarah and building a new relationship with Emily is a delicate act. Sarah's attempts to rekindle our marriage have become more desperate. She's thrown herself into therapy and self-improvement, but I see it as too little, too late. Sarah and Emily have started talking more, trying to navigate their new roles. Emily is respectful but skeptical of Sarah's intentions. She wants to support my co-parenting efforts but doesn't trust Sarah completely, and I understand her concerns. My ex-wife's boss, who is also Emily's husband, is still in the picture, albeit as a problematic presence. He's trying to mend his relationship with his children, but his new girlfriend complicates things. His kids don't like her, and it creates tension during visits. Emily and I try to keep our relationship drama-free, focusing on positive interactions with the kids. We've had to set boundaries to ensure that our relationship doesn't interfere with our co-parenting responsibilities. Chapter 14, Holiday Dynamics. The holidays were bittersweet. We decided to spend Christmas together as a family for the kids' sake, knowing it would be our last holiday as a married couple. It was awkward but necessary. The kids deserved a sense of normalcy amidst the chaos. Sarah was on her best behavior, trying to make the day special. I appreciated her efforts but kept my distance. Emily and I kept our interactions discreet, focusing on making the day enjoyable for the kids. We exchanged gifts, shared a meal, and tried to create happy memories. After the holidays, Sarah's attempts to reconnect intensified. She proposed a post-divorce relationship, suggesting we remain separated but explore our feelings. I found the idea absurd and risky. I made it clear that our relationship was over and that I was moving on. Chapter 15. The healing process. The healing process is ongoing. I've stopped attending therapy with Sarah, as it gave her false hope. Instead, I focus on individual therapy and my relationship with Emily. We're working on building a future together, one step at a time. Emily and I have had long talks about our pasts and what we want for the future. She's supportive and understanding, providing a sense of stability I haven't felt in years. Our relationship isn't without challenges, but we're committed to making it work. The kids are adapting well to the changes. My daughter is slowly mending her relationship with Sarah, though it's a bumpy road. My son enjoys the time he spends with Emily and her kids. We're creating a blended family dynamic, and it's working out better than I expected. Sarah continues her self-improvement journey. She's still in therapy, working on her issues and trying to build a better relationship with the kids. I wish her well but remain firm in my decision to move on. Our co-parenting arrangement is working, and that's my priority. Chapter 16. Rebuilding trust and moving forward. Rebuilding trust is a significant part of my journey with Emily. She's patient and understanding, knowing that my trust was shattered by Sarah's betrayal. We're working on building a solid foundation, and I'm learning to trust again, albeit slowly. Emily has been a rock for me, providing emotional support and understanding. We've shared our fears, hopes, and dreams, and it's brought us closer. She's respectful of my need to take things slow and never pushes me beyond my comfort zone. We've started planning for the future, discussing how to blend our families and create a stable home environment. It's a work in progress, but we're committed to making it work. The kids are a central part of our plans, and we involve them in decisions that affect them. Sarah's relationship with the kids continues to improve. She's focused on being a better mother and repairing the damage caused by her affair. While I'm not interested in rekindling our relationship, I support her efforts to be a good parent. Chapter 17. The final steps of divorce. As the final steps of the divorce approach, I feel a mix of relief and sadness. It's the end of a significant chapter in my life, but also the beginning of a new one. The paperwork is done, the assets are divided, and the custody arrangements are set. It's a clean break, and I'm ready to move forward. Sarah's still hoping for reconciliation, but I've made my position clear. I'm focused on my future with Emily and our blended family. It's a new beginning, and I'm optimistic about what lies ahead. Emily and I are planning a trip to celebrate the end of this chapter and the start of a new one. It's a chance to relax, reflect, and plan for the future. The kids are excited, and it feels like a fresh start for all of us. Chapter 18. Embracing the new normal. Life after divorce is a mix of challenges and new beginnings. Co-parenting with Sarah is smoother now that we've established clear boundaries. We communicate effectively about the kids and maintain a civil relationship. It's not perfect, but it works. Emily and I are growing closer every day. We're planning for the future, blending our families, and creating new traditions. It's a journey filled with ups and downs, but we're committed to making it work. The kids are adjusting well. They're building strong relationships with each other and with us. We're focused on providing a stable and loving environment for them. It's not always easy, but we're making progress. Sarah's continuing her self-improvement journey. She's still in therapy, working on her issues, and focusing on being a good mother. I respect her efforts and support her in her role as a parent. Chapter 19. Building a future together. Emily and I are planning for the future, discussing how to blend our families and create a stable home environment. We're taking things slow, focusing on building a solid foundation for our relationship. We've started looking for a new home where we can all live together. It's a big step, but we're excited about the possibilities. The kids are involved in the process, and their input is important to us. Our relationship is growing stronger every day. We're building trust, sharing our lives, and creating new memories. It's a journey filled with challenges and triumphs, but we're committed to making it work. Chapter 20. A new beginning. As I reflect on the past few years, I realize how much I've grown and changed. The betrayal and divorce were devastating, but they also led me to a new chapter in my life. I've found happiness and love with Emily, and we're building a future together. The kids are happy, and our blended family is thriving. We're creating new traditions, building strong relationships, and planning for the future. It's a journey filled with ups and downs, but we're facing it together. Sarah is moving forward with her life, focusing on being a better mother and building a future for herself. We've both grown and changed, and while our marriage is over, we're committed to being good co-parents for our kids. I'm looking forward to the future with optimism and hope. It's a new beginning, and I'm excited about what lies ahead. Thank you all for your support and encouragement. I couldn't have made it through this without you. Thank you all for being a part of my journey. Your support has meant the world to me. I'm looking forward to a brighter future with Emily and our blended family. Here's to new beginnings and a happier, healthier life. Epilogue. Moving on. It's been a year since the divorce was finalized. Life has settled into a new rhythm. Emily and I have found a beautiful home where we live with our blended family. The kids are happy and thriving, and we've created a warm, loving environment for them. Emily and I are planning a small, intimate wedding next summer. It's not about the ceremony but about celebrating our love and commitment to each other. We're excited about the future and the life we're building together. Sarah is doing well. She's focused on her career and has a good relationship with the kids. We co-parent effectively, and our communication has improved. She's found her own path and is working on her personal growth. Reflecting on the past, I see how far we've all come. The journey was painful, but it led to a better place for all of us. I've learned the importance of self-respect, communication, and resilience. Life is unpredictable, but with the right support and mindset, it's possible to overcome even the most challenging situations. Thank you all for being a part of my story. Your support, advice, and encouragement have been invaluable. Here's to new beginnings, love, and happiness.